Yo, what's up everybody, it's me, That One Weeb here, back after a day of some very turbulent things happening in real life. I'm back though, so we're just going to continue from the day that I had to take off for the schedule. I'm also going to be putting out a few more videos today and tomorrow, more than usual. No reason, just because I missed a few days of my usual posting. So this is just like a small reward for me having to do problem things. So that's my B. But anyway, let's just get right into the what if. As you guys know, this is part 19 for what if Naruto was a demigod, and let's just get right into the video. Hope you guys are excited for this. If you are, then make sure to hit the like button, comment down below what you thought, as well as hit the subscribe button, as well as the notification bell if you want to see more videos from me. I also have a second channel. I put an announcement out if you want to just like hear more from me. I don't know, I'm just like a weeb, but just some life stories and games and doing whatever I want. On my second channel, Weeb, that's in my channel links, as well as on the community posts. I put my first storytime video there if you want to check that out. Anyway, moving on from that, let's just get right into the video we all came here for. Naruto is back at the Leaf Village as his entire team has made it back after the failure that was the retrieval of Sasuke Uchiha. Naruto had been feeling pretty put out as he now didn't really have a goal set in mind. Just as this happened though, Lady Tsunade had given another go to try and find Sasuke Uchiha, and rather quickly in fact. This is where Naruto as well as the rest of the Konoha 11 are sent off to go and attack and bring back Sasuke Uchiha back to the Leaf Village. As Naruto heads out this time, believing that he won't fail Sasuke, they decide to head in the same direction as before, using Kiba and Hinata as well as Neji in order to find, using their Byakugan and respective Inuzuka senses in order to find Sasuke. Naruto sends his shadow clones out through the woods as they begin heading out. We move on to Sasuke Uchiha, who inside of his mind has been warped and pulled in 7 different directions specifically. Sasuke always hears things. He never has a piece of quiet, never always a restless sleep, never a quiet moment at all. So when Sasuke had finally killed Orochimaru and had decided to go out of his team, this was it. He was going to go and kill Itachi. It was the one thing he could always think about clearly, and he has to do it and get it out of the way. Once he does so, he'll finally be free of that cursed brother of his that killed his family so long ago. As Sasuke heads out, he, as long as the rest of the team heavy, begin to head out towards the old Uchiha area. They soon run into Kisame as well as Itachi, where Itachi tells Sasuke that they'll be fighting at the old Uchiha hideout. As Sasuke looks up as he sees his brother turn to crows and fly back towards that area. Kisame waits at the rest of the team heavy as Sasuke walks into the building. As Sasuke walks inside seeing Itachi, Itachi sees Sasuke for the first time and hears his voice. When Itachi hears Sasuke talk to him, Sasuke says, "Itachi, I've come to finally finish you. It's the one true purpose I have left. And once I do so, I'll finally be free of you. I'll free myself from this world and truly rise to that of a god." Itachi is horrified when he hears Sasuke, as his voice sounds so malformed and different than he ever thought possible. At this point, Itachi is thinking that Orochimaru might have done something to him, and as Itachi looks at Sasuke's face, his beloved little brother, he sees 7 different miniature people beginning to rise out of Sasuke's skin, as Sasuke splits himself into 7 others. This isn't like Shadow Clone Jutsu, Itachi thinks, as he sees 7 Sasukes plus the original, all standing in a different colored skin tone. One of them, Greed, begins to rush forward immediately, screaming as Itachi immediately gets into the fight. Itachi is battling all 7 of the 7 deadly sins, which Sasuke has sent out of his body in order to battle Itachi while he watches. As he looks down at Itachi, now speaking in his normal voice, "Itachi, my demons are you. As soon as you die, they'll go with you." As all 7 of his sins all rush towards Itachi. Itachi is diving out of the way, almost thinking about using the Susanoo, as Sasuke is way more powerful than he ever could have imagined, and he hasn't even activated his Sharingan yet. What is this? What kind of power did he gain over the last 3 years? He thinks about what he had done to his younger brother from so long ago and looks back to the real Sasuke. As Sasuke is gritting his teeth and yelling at the seven deadly sins, "Get in there! What are you doing? He's just standing there!" Immediately, Wrath hisses as he rushes forward, pulling out the sword on his side and tries to slash Itachi. Itachi quickly uses a genjutsu, but for some reason this doesn't work on the clone itself. At least he thinks it's a type of clone. At that point, then, all seven of the sins return to Sasuke, turning back into chakra. As Sasuke's body gains musculature, as Sasuke gets out of his royal throne. As Sasuke gets out, he then tells Itachi that he had been hoping to not use this. As he powers up his lightning blade across his sword and charges towards Itachi, blitzing towards him. Itachi is fighting just to keep up with Sasuke. Now Itachi is fighting for his life, as he just realized that Sasuke has some dark chakra. Using his Sharingan, Itachi uses his Sharingan to avoid, as well as try and trap Sasuke in a genjutsu. As soon as Sasuke is trapped inside of Itachi's genjutsu, however, suddenly Itachi screams in horror as he sees seven dark figures begin to take over his genjutsu and repel it against him. At that point, Itachi tries to use a fireball jutsu. Then Sasuke, using the Sin of Wrath, uses his ability and easily repels this attack, causing Itachi to go flying backwards, as Itachi's robes are burning and he's coughing blood, bleeding heavily. He looks at Sasuke's curse mark, thinking that he has to get that off of him now, and that it must be powering up way more than he thought it could. We then go into the mind of Itachi Uchiha, as Itachi thinks about his younger brother Sasuke, and the thing that he treated more higher in his eyes than the village. "Itachi, can we go train the Shuriken Jutsu together after school today?" "Sorry, Sasuke, another time." At this point, another blade goes flying at him from Sasuke in a ball of rage. Itachi dives out of the way as he then thinks of another memory. "Itachi, you think I'll ever be as strong as you someday?" "Maybe, Sasuke. If you keep training. Father's pretty proud of you. We both know he likes you more." Immediately, Itachi flashes back to reality as he dives underneath the fireball jutsu from Sasuke. Sasuke, who's enraged, has his blood vessels popping all over him, as his eyes glow with a yellowish rage-filled Sharingan, as his red Sharingan begin to form into a different pattern. Itachi wonders if he could have the Mangekyo Sharingan, but for some reason the tomoe in his eyes change as seven tomoe appear in his Sharingan, as he quickly activates his lightning release. Sasuke as the sins power him up and give him more rage and fury towards Itachi. Now, following purely his desires, Sasuke runs at Itachi with his sword as he stabs directly through Itachi's gut. At this point, Itachi uses his last attempt as he takes the Totsuki blade and severs Sasuke from the seven deadly sins, completely nullifying their power on Sasuke. Suddenly, Sasuke's power is completely halved by twice, as Sasuke groans in pain, as Itachi looks up and sees seven bursts of dark chakra floating out of Sasuke, and heading off into some direction. He wonders what those things were as they go. As soon as the sins leave, the curse mark on top of on Sasuke's neck also burns away, losing its power. As Sasuke falls down, Itachi leans down and gently flicks his finger onto Sasuke's forehead, as the blood trailing down his finger trails down Sasuke's face, as Itachi tells him for the last time that he did love him and that he was sorry, Sasuke. As Itachi falls, Sasuke is crying in horror of what he'd done and what had happened to him and what he'd become, as he rushes in pain and almost an animalistic roar of anger. Now Naruto, as well as the other teams, the entire team of Konoha Ninja, begin to catch up, as Kisame, as well as the rest of the team Heavy, decide that they need to get out of there before anything becomes serious. Naruto, as well as the rest of the team, as they head over, find nothing, just blood on the ground in the shape of a person. At this point, Naruto punches the Uchiha symbol, as he's enraged that he lost Sasuke yet again. We now see Sasuke Uchiha laying on a bed, as he wakes up to see Obito Uchiha standing there over him with his mask on. And he says to Sasuke that his name is Madara, and that he has some things that he'd like to tell him about his older brother Itachi. Sasuke doesn't believe him when he tells him about Itachi's story and what happened to him, how Itachi had placed Sasuke's own life above the village's. All Sasuke can do is cry as he thinks about his older brother and what had happened, and then as he gets up and stares over that cliff, feeling completely rejuvenated in power, now having his Mangekyo Sharingan fully active, he looks back towards his team and says that we are no longer the Heavy, we are the Taka. And now our mission is to destroy the Hidden Leaf. If you guys want to know what happened to the Seven Deadly Sins power, as well as what is going to happen in the next part with the Pain fight, and just Konoha in general, what if Naruto was a demigod, make sure to hit the like button, comment down below what you thought of this episode, as well as be prepared for more, because in a little bit, what if Naruto was a Dragon Slayer will be coming out, so I hope you guys are ready for that too. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.